You know, I'm still like thinking about it ever since we talked about it that one day. Kevin Fest.
Dude, I want to do a Kevin concert.
We need to.
How many Kevins? Okay, so I know me, you, Big Kev, and then there's another Kevin who's a engineer, but he's also like a phenomenal rapper.
Okay,
who I also want.
I know a Kevin Molinex. He plays trumpet, trombone, and sings. We're like, you know that Spider-Man meme where it was like they're pointing at each other? It's like, your name's Kevin too? And we need more. We should have like a Kevin day.
Yeah. That's 5. So I think if we get like 1 or 2 more Kevins, we're good to go.
We should just make it 9 and then also start a baseball team.
I like that a lot. I like going outside even when it's hot.
I don't mind it too much. I grew up in Texas, so I'm used to humid heat. But here it's kind of nice not like getting super wet just by existing outside.
Yeah.
So, but back when I first moved here, I enjoyed going out in the summer, and like I liked being out at like midnight and it was still like warm. Like, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I've lived in cold places, so I prefer hot over cold any day.
100%. Yeah. I lived in Utah for a while and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Why would anyone do this?
The coldest that I've existed in was like in -20, -30 in Colorado, and that was just awful. I was like, I don't see the appeal at all. So
yeah, when people like it, I'm like, are you insane? Like,
the thing that I can't stand though, more than like any sort of weather, is when people say the dreaded line, like, at least it's a dry heat. Like, okay, get out of here. Like, I hate whenever I hear that. I want to like physically accost somebody.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because if it's so hot that it's like you go on your phone and you try to like, you're typing in an address and it says danger, heat warning. It's like, well, that's hot enough that my phone is getting mad at me for going outside of my house.
And then it stops working. Like, trying to navigate somewhere and then it just like stops. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I feel like they should make, I don't know if someone's made this, but if they haven't, they should. They should make like a thing you can attach to your air that comes out of your car where you can just like put your phone right there so it stays cool.
That's pretty genius. You could also just put your phone in like a cup of ice water. It does the exact same thing.
But does it get too wet or no?
I'm just kidding. Please don't like do that. Or do. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know actually. What? Or just have like a, you know how they have the water bottles that like keep your ice cool?
Yes.
Because they have like layers. They should just like do that, but for a phone case. Where it will be like layered around it, you know?
I think this is $1 million idea, and you've heard it here right now.
Okay, I looked at your water bottle for a second, and I saw Phoenix, which I've been to because I have friends who are LGBTQ, and they were like, hey, come do karaoke, right? So I went there, and it was fun. And these guys like randomly tip me, but it's always funny to me because I'm like, I always get flirted with like gay guys, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, they seem really, really nice. And then afterwards I'm like, oh, they thought I was gay. And I'm like, I'm not, but I don't feel weird going to a gay bar, but most guys who go to gay bars are homosexual. So
I would say so. Yeah, probably a majority of them. Also, I'm wearing a Phoenix shirt.
Oh, you're also wearing a Phoenix shirt.
Yeah, it's the first one that I pulled out of my.
Did you like work at Phoenix at some point? Or?
No. Oh, okay. I just have given them so much of my money, and I hang out there pretty frequently.
So they're just like stuff.
Yeah, well, no, I paid for these things.
Oh, okay.
But no, it's my like favorite. It's like my home bar here.
Okay.
And yeah, I really love it. It's the place that I bring all my friends and family to. My parents have been there. I enjoy doing karaoke there with Sheila. She's always so kind. And that's when I did the Bighorn Rodeo Idol thing. It was there too.
Was through that. Okay.
Yeah. So I live not too far from it, so I love it.
It's super well lit too.
It's well lit. There's always the best theme parties. There's a Hawaiian luau party coming up this entire week. That's the other thing that I love about it, is that like they do events for like a week. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So like when there's like EDC or like Burning Man and stuff like that, the entire Halloween, it's like insane. They do the entire bar up, and they like work for days before to get it like dressed up and stuff like that. So I really love that place, and I will fight anybody. They have the best chicken tenders.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
I have not tried their chicken tenders.
You gotta go.
I feel like I have to go just to try their chicken tenders.
They're so good. I'll just get cravings and be like, I just want Phoenix chicken tenders.
Yeah, I feel the one thing I feel weird about going to gay bars is I feel like I'm queer baiting a little bit, and I'm like, because I have to be like, I almost need to wear a sign that's like not gay, just like the chicken tenders.
Just for chicken
I'm just
tenders.
here for the chicken tenders.
I understand. I think like other people might not like enjoy advances. Obviously, this is just my.
Oh no, I love
thing.
advances.
I love advances.
I feel bad
too.
to the guys because I'm like, there's nothing that's going to happen, but I really love that you're flirting.
Of
with
course,
me.
and like, who doesn't need like a little confidence boost?
Oh, it's so
every now
good.
And then?
It's funny because I'll have friends who are like, dude, if I ever went to a gay bar, I'm sure like tons of guys would flirt with me, and I'm like, you've not actually done it though. Like, you don't know. I know. I've been to a gay bar and guys have come up and approached me multiple times. They've just given me money just for existing.
That's man. I wish people would give me money for existing.
Yeah,
But
I went up and sang a song and they were just like, take our money. And I was like, yes, please.
there you go.
kidding me?
Start your residency there at the Phoenix. Yeah, I love that place. It means a whole lot. And since I moved here, it's been like the place that's been. It feels like home. I've lived in a lot of different places, and I kind of want to find that space everywhere. And this one was just like super easy. Like all the bartenders are super cool. The owners are super cool.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just a good vibe all the time. Like my family, like I said, has been there. So it has become like a home bar for me.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's nice to have like a little like watering hole, like a place that you can just like hang out with people, meet new people.
Yeah, and then the entertainment's always cool. They have like something going on. So whenever I am bored in Vegas, which is like not often, or I'm just like at home and I don't know what to do, I'm just like, what can I do? Okay, I know like the Phoenix will kind of just always be a good time, like just to even hang or just be existing around people. Like if I need to be a human a little bit and like touch grass, as it were. That's like where I go to do it. So that, and like Taverna is my other place that I go and frequent more too. Like really, my social life is just like around the Arts District and like the Phoenix. So
that's I feel like that's the best place to have a social life.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I used to work in the Arts District too. I used to do hair at one of the salons there at Sinister, and like,
oh, cool.
I started working there like a few years, like not that long after I moved here. And between then, which was like 2-3 years ago, and now, like, it has just evolved so much. Like I'm not from here, so to see and kind of like be there when it was something not built up as it is now, and see the growth and like get to know people in the scene and stuff like that, it's super, super cool. I really, really like it.
That is really cool. That's fun just to like see the development happen. I feel like even just since COVID, because like COVID, everything shut down and like stripped down to like almost zero, and then it's been like this rebuilding process that's been really cool. Yeah,
I got here at the end of, not the end of COVID, but like when masks started coming off.
Okay.
That's when I had moved here. It was like spring of 22 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I know that Vegas, because I visited before, and it was like adult Disney World sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then there was like everything outside of the strip. So I got to see a little bit of that. And then I saw how dead it was when I got here first. And then to see everything sort of thriving and coming back and like just being more developed, it feels like I have a little bit of like stock in Vegas. You know what I mean? I
feel the same. Yeah. So, yeah. When you like engage with the arts community, you're like, oh, now I feel a sense of ownership here. Like I'm part of this, and it's a cool feeling.
Yeah. And meeting people here too. Like I also like getting to meet you and hang out with you at Taverna and stuff like that. That's been super cool. And getting to meet other people that like are just passionate about what they do. Right.
Yeah.
Also like introducing friends that come through here to that sort of space is like a lot of like, it feels cool. I don't know. I feel really fortunate to be kind of a part of that community. It's really like an interesting thing.
That is cool. It's interesting. It's fascinating for me in the arts community when I talk to people who go to UNLV, because whenever they know you, they're like, oh, Kevin, he's super legit. Like everyone talks about you like, oh, dude's getting his PhD in clarinet. He's just like next level talented. Like it's just like these really gushing praises every single time.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. I have been a musician for a long time, and I came here with like a dream to just sort of be a musician and like person in Vegas that does stuff. And one of the main things that I learned, because like before I was here, I was in the Army band. I was a musician in the Army for 10 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. But it was really cool because there, like, I had a job every day, and my day was planned to like the literal minute. And going from that to like always working to now sort of being a self-sufficient artist, and like, they don't tell you when you go to music school, like, it's all on you. There's no one else. So, the main thing that like I sort of learned from that was really just how to like build a relationship and build a community and like be not a jerk to people, you know, or like, and just try to be like, and do your best every day, whether it's like in your own relationships, whether it's in like your practice, whether it's just like networking with people or just existing like out in the world. Like, that's the most important thing. And I think it's really cool that other people like think that of me.
Yeah.
And I kind of hope to just like I'm just trying to be myself. Like, that's the main thing. So I like that it's helped me meet people and like that people think at all of me, but to think good things is like cool too.
Well, I mean, you're great, so it makes sense. I mean, the thing is, if you're a nice person, you're responsible, and you're a talented musician, I feel like you just start getting tons of respect sent in your direction. Just, that's all you need to do.
The main thing is just like being on time, which is like
yeah. If you're just
my
on time,
hardest thing. As I tried to, and even today it was 5 minutes late, and I get
that's
like,
okay. 5 minutes is understandable.
See, that is okay. I understand that. However, coming from like my military background, if I'm like not 5 minutes early, I get hives and I want to throw up. So now, in like the real world, if I'm like not 20 minutes early to something, I'm just like freaking out the whole time. It's really, it's not a good, So I try to.
Oh, dude, I do understand that. I say you're good partially to ease the tension I feel in my own soul when I'm late to things, because I am the exact same way. I think it's from like, because I have like a lot of German ancestry. And so it's just kind of part of my family. It's like, yeah, you show up 5 minutes early to things. Always. Like, you don't show like 5 to 20 minutes. If someone's throwing a party, you show up early to see how you can help out with the party. Like, you got to be there.
Okay, well, my background is a bit different because I'm Mexican, and like the joke is with like Mexicans, like, oh, if you have a party at 6, you tell them that the party is at 8, so that no, you tell them that it's like much later, so they. Or sorry, no. Party's at 6. You tell them that the party's at 4, and then they'll get there at like maybe 5 or 7.
Yeah, no, straight up. I had a Peruvian friend invite me to a party, and he's like, how do you, before he invited me, like, he's just like, how do you feel about parties? Like, if you get invited to a party, what do you do? Like, how do you respond to it? It's like, oh, I show up on time. And he's like, you do? I was like, yeah, or a little bit early. And he's like, great. The party starts at this time. I'm telling everybody it starts at this time. I'm telling you something different because that's when it's actually starting. And I'm like, great.
That is like, I hope no one ever does that to me, because like I will be on time. But the thing that I can't stand is when I go to parties and like they're like, oh, we're gonna have a barbecue. It's come at 6, and I'm like, dope. Okay, I'm so hungry. Can't wait for barbecue. And they're like, oh, we're not gonna start cooking till 8. And I'm like, why would you do this to me?
No, they cooked much later than the party started, and I was like, dude, I love that you're making delicious tacos outside,
but I am hungry.
But I came a little bit hungry because I was like, maybe I'm gonna get some food. Most of the time I eat dinner before, just because I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna be enough food for me to eat, you know, type of thing. So, but I feel that. So what were you gonna say?
No, usually I'll bring my own snacks too as like a disguise. And then if people are like, oh yeah, it's going to be much later, then I'll just eat my own snacks and not share with anybody else. So I learned life hack.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the parties I go to, people bring so many snacks that it's chiller. And I've brought my snacks to those parties and no one's eaten them but me. And so I've realized like, okay, if I'm going to bring snacks to this party, I have to go with the mindset that no one else is going to eat these snacks, and then I'm going to take them home. And if I go with that mindset, then I bring snacks. If not, I'm just going to eat whatever.
Well, score. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. White people parties are very different than I've now experienced like the different cultural parties, you know, and like white conservative people type parties. it is very much like this is the time it starts. Everyone's there at the time it starts, and everyone leaves super early.
I'm very down with that.
It's nice, but it's not as they're not as raucous necessarily, which I kind of want in a party.
I definitely do, but I'm cool either way. As long as I know when to get there and I have something to munch on, I'm like fine.
Yeah, no, I feel that. So you worked for the Army band for 10 years. What was the entry point for you into music? Like, was that something you were doing a lot in high school? You went to like performing arts type school and got into it, or how did this develop? Like, when did you pick up the clarinet? When did you pick up singing? I know your dad's a songwriter as well.
My grandpa. So yeah, my background is I grew up in Texas.
Right.
I grew up on the border of Texas in a city called Brownsville.
Okay.
And it's basically like Mexico. Everyone there speaks Spanish. That was my first language. So growing up, it was like Mexican music and country music. And that was like what we listened to, or what I listened to a lot of.
Right.
My grandpa was a country singer-songwriter, and he wrote and had like a career as a songwriter, but his like main song was, I performed it at Taverna, was called What Money Can't Buy. And he wrote that song, and it was for Charlie Pride. It was like this black country singer. He's pretty famous, like back in like old school country days, pretty big name. So my grandpa had this career, and when I was like 10, I wanted to do music, but my parents were like, "Nope, you can't do that. We're not going to have you in band because you need to get good grades. If you want to be in band, you have to have good grades." So I was like, "Okay, whatever." So in middle school, my grandpa passed away, but he left my dad a bunch of his guitars and like music and stuff like that. So he's like, when I visited my grandparents in New Mexico and Oklahoma, like they would show me like Porter Wagner show, Dolly Parton, like old school, huge hair, everything is sequined. It was amazing. That's like, I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to that and really loving that. And my grandpa, when he passed, he left his guitars to my dad. So my first instrument was like, I'm a bedroom guitar player. Like I just played, figuring stuff out, like learning chord shapes, and like that was where I got started. And then I did really well in school. So my parents let me join band.
Nice.
But they were really supportive of me just like kind of getting into music. They weren't musical themselves, but they saw that I was like enjoying it. So they really fostered that. And they showed me a CD of like the Army band playing. And both of my parents were in the military before I was born. So when I started playing clarinet at like 11, and I saw and heard this CD and stuff like that, and there were like PBS specials with the Army band, I was like, at the age of 11, I was like, I want to do that.
That is a random thing to want to do at 11. I love it so much.
It was just like, I don't know. I saw it and I was like, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So yeah, that was sort of like the beginning of where I started for that. I still grew up loving music. I did musical theater, of course, band, marching band and stuff like that. And I just was like trying to get as good as I could. So when I finally auditioned after I was like getting ready to graduate high school, I was 17. So my mom had to like sign my Army permission slip. And I auditioned and I got in, and it was like really like the jumpstart of like my adult life, and like it was really, really cool. I feel very fortunate to do that. And then my first duty station was in Japan. So
amazing.
Yeah. At 18, I was like on my own living in Japan, and I lived there for 3 years.
Playing clarinet with
playing clarinet, yeah, that was my job.
That's awesome.
It was so cool, yeah. And that was like so I was very young, 17, right? Like
that's so young.
An idiot. But in the rest of my peers, the other colleagues that had also auditioned in my music class for the military, there was about 50 of us. People had like their PhDs in like French horn, or were like going to give their defense for their clarinet PhD, or had already been working on cruises for 10 years, or like these were really, really experienced like slamming players, so good. And there's little me with my clarinet at like 17, like do I want to play in the army. And so I was put in that environment, and you kind of like have to get good.
Oh, 100%.
You can't, yeah. And I never wanted to be the weakest link ever.
Yeah.
I was never the best in the room, and I'm like still never the best in the room. But that sort of like made me open my eyes and be like, oh, this is serious. And people like, yeah, it's cool that you want to do this, but there's a lot more work than you can just write on like your one good audition and like the talent that you have. Like there's work that must be done. So, yeah, that's sort of where that mindset shift happened for me, but it was still great. Like I made the best friends. I still talk to my friends. I talk to my friends every day still that are in the military.
Amazing.
Yeah, I have 2 group chats of friends that I've had for the past like decade. My best friend, he was a flute player with me in Japan. We've been friends now for like over a decade. He just came and visited and stayed at my place a couple weeks ago. So like, yeah, it's like a brotherhood of people and like literal family that you gain when you get into this like field, as like all music fields kind of are, right? Like here it feels sort of the same way. Like it's super tight knit and people look out for each other, and there's always this cool collaboration going on. Like it was that, but like magnified times a million. So.
Oh yeah, because you're all in the same. It's not just like, oh, you're kind of in related things, you occasionally join collaborations with each other. It's like you're all collaborating on this singular project together for long periods of time.
And then you're doing stuff outside of music too. You're getting up at 5 a.m. to go to PT and you start at 6:30, and you're seeing those people every moment of the day and spending like sleeping on the ground with them, and like it's just crazy. You just become so like closer than you maybe want to be with people,
right?
And sometimes it's pretty good, sometimes it's not too good, but yeah, that was like, it really showed me the value of like what a tight-knit group of people like means, and what it means to sort of be in that sort of community. So yeah, that was my experience. It wasn't one of my bosses back in the day. She was a first sergeant. She was so scary. She's the only person that has ever made me cry, like when in the military.
Okay.
The only one that like just lit into me. But she was one of the best leaders that I've ever had in my life. I still think about her all the time. She was like, when she retired, she's like, I didn't love every day in the Army, but I just loved like the good days. The good days were great. The bad days were whatever. But she's like, I didn't love every day, but when I loved it, it was the thing that I would never give back. Like I wouldn't trade it all. And she spent, she was 20 years. She was a drill sergeant. She was like 9 feet tall. She was horrifying. Like,
amazing.
Just tall, like just invasive force of a woman, and who also was just like the most smartest ass of smart ass people. And she knew how to like cut anybody down to like just really like level them out and give them the most humble like gut check ever. But she was also like the most fair person, the most like strong leader that I've ever had. And she kind of put it that way the best. Like when I was done, I felt the same way. Like I didn't love every single moment of every day. I didn't love getting up at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning sometimes to go sit outside in the cold and like shoot a gun, and then wait around for like 7 hours. Like that was not my top 10 favorite moments in life. But the moments where like we did specific gigs or like things that like really I think meant something,
yeah,
those are like experiences that like I could never replicate or take back. Like it was really really good. So I try to just remember those parts and like remember times with my friends. So
yeah, oh, you just have to do that.
yeah
Oh man, yeah. It's interesting because I feel like I've heard you talk about being in the Army before, but it's interesting hearing this kind of more full experience. And it's interesting to me as well because you seem very pacifistic in your approach to just like life. So when I think of people who were in the Army, your vibe is not the vibe I normally associate with Army life. But I mean, great. And did you realize when you were getting into the Army, like, hey, this is a a branch of military. Military is about fighting and killing people.
Yes.
I'm in the band, but that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, so my parents did raise me very, very strict.
Okay.
I had a very, really like disciplined upbringing, for better or for worse. But once I was in that sort of army setting, like basic training, it was pretty easy.
Oh, okay. Because you were so used to it?
Yeah, I was used to structure, and you kind of learn. You either get strong or you get smart, and it's probably in your best interest to get smart before you get strong, right?
Yeah.
And that's like you don't have if you're getting strong is because you're doing something wrong. So
right.
You kind of just learn like, oh, shut up, do what you're told, and if you do what you're told and execute whatever you're getting asked to do correctly, then you don't have to worry about it. Sure, you might get yelled at, but like whatever, your feelings kind of don't matter.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's funny that you mentioned that. Like, I sort of have just been the way that I am my entire life.
Yeah,
and I can turn on and off sort of like a more rigid persona.
Okay.
But like that part of the military was like I was very good at that.
Okay.
I actually did train a lot of people, and I like in another life I was actually training to go to drill sergeant school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I still have. So that one leader I was talking to you about, she was a drill sergeant and a recruiter in the 90s, and she would tell me stories of like just the most like insane things about her experience being a drill sergeant and recruiter in like Gulf War times, right? So
yeah,
not a good time period, but she was the one that like really pushed for me to go to drill sergeant school. When you go through that, you have a manual. It's this little black book, and you have to memorize every single thing in there. And it tells you like, this is how to perform a push-up. And it has verbatim, like a 2-page like script that you have to learn. And she had to learn it all. And when she was pushing for me to go, she gave that to me. I still have it. But that part of the military was something that I found like I fit in really well.
Ooh, nice.
I don't have to do that now. That's not a thing that I do. And now I teach at a high school also.
Yeah.
I teach the clarinet students there, and we recently did marching band. And I like told the school like, hey, I am pretty. I used to train marching bands myself, like the whole unit. I'd be the person training for that. And I was like, hey, I have a background in marching. I would love to help out and come out, even though it's a bajillion degrees outside. And they're like, oh, so how does this compare to like treating or like training soldiers? And I was like, well, I'm definitely cussing a lot less, but it's pretty much the same. You just kind of like get someone to move like as a cohesive unit, right? But yeah, I don't have to be that person anymore. And that guy died a long time ago. It's like Sergeant Vasquez. I haven't heard that name in 20 years as I smoke a cigarette. So it's I think now, especially like as an adult, like I was 17 when I joined the Army, completely different person, and that was like in 2010, and I'm 32 now, so that was a lifetime ago. But now my like life motto is like just have fun at all costs. Like I'd rather that and just to have a good time, and I don't really need to be that persona anymore. It's still in there, and when I need to be assertive, I can be, but it's never like to be demeaning to people or anything like that. So,
I love that.
But it's fun. It is in there. I still can yell pretty loud, so I'm holding on to that skill.
You want that talent to
yeah, it's pretty fun. It's like, especially coming from like I'm a small guy, so when I like open up my voice and like get people, especially the kids, oh my gosh, that's like I feel like an uncle now, but like sort of the mean/cool uncle. When I'm able to like scream across a field and like get everyone's attention, it still feels like, oh yeah, still got it.
still have the power.
Yeah.
Deep down in you. That's so crazy. Also, wait, so are you 93? Is that when you were born?
I was December 92.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, so we're pretty close. I'm 93, so.
Yeah.
I heard 32 and I was like, oh, I'm suspicious now.
I think I remember us talking about our ages one time, and I was like, oh yeah, we're pretty similar in age.
Yeah, pretty similar.
It feels a little weird saying that out loud. Like, that we're 90s babies, and like legit 90s babies. Like we were around for like the birth of the internet and all that stuff.
Yeah. Dude, that was crazy. I remember when we first got kind of the home computer internet thing going on, and we were just like, oh, this is weird. Like, this is new. Like, how does this work? How does it? And it's like when I was a kid, though, that happened. So it's very interesting with Windows 95, I think is what we first
Something like that. Yeah. It was what were the colors? It was like blue, red, green, and yellow?
Yeah. The little
window thing. Yeah, which I didn't realize was a window until kind of a lot later. Yeah.
I thought it was like a flag. Almost just like
I
a flag.
thought it was too.
Yeah.
The original pride flag.
Yeah. That'd be so funny to go to like a pride rally and someone goes out with the windows.
All right, I know what flag I'm bringing in October, November, whatever. Pride is
when the Vegas Pride is.
Yeah. Do you remember like going to school? Did you have to do typing classes as well?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so fast. It's weird to me because I feel, and I think they've actually done studies on this. I feel like our generation is better at computers than Gen Z.
I think so. All they know, I'm assuming, like my only like frame of reference now is like the kids that I teach who are significantly younger, and then people that I go to school with who have recently graduated. Like,
yeah.
That's so weird to me.
People like Dylan or someone.
Maybe, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, put Dylan in a typing class. How would he?
I don't know. Did he take a typing class? Did they take typing?
I don't think they have to.
Because, like, it's weird to me, and it throws some people off. But I had to learn how to type without looking at a computer.
Yeah, me too.
Right? And so I'll talk to someone and type at the same time and just like be typing things and be talking about something different.
Yeah, they had that jelly thing that you put over the keyboard so it covers the like key things. Yeah, and I used to be pretty good. My friends and I would be like, ooh, who can type the fastest?
Yeah,
and stuff
totally.
like that. So now I do the same thing. I've translated that skill though to my phone. Like I can type without looking at my phone too.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you just don't think too hard, but try it next time, and you'll be like, "Oh wow, I actually can like type pretty well."
Okay.
Maybe you'll get like some random typo, but for the most part, I'm pretty good at that too. But yeah, that was I think our experience growing up. Like we grew up in a really weird time. We're like between the internet, between like 2000, like we were there when the world was going to end, like the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and here we are.
We made it.
We did.
Yeah. And then we were there for the second time.
Oh yeah, that was a good time. You know.
When it was supposed to end again.
Maybe soon. I don't know.
Yeah. Very fun. Yeah. And then I also feel like we all knew a little bit about coding.
I wasn't there. Okay. I had a MySpace, but I didn't know how to do.
No, so if you did a MySpace, you knew how to code a little bit.
But I didn't do like the typing in like the black screen and like being like, I'm in. Like, no, I didn't do any of that. But I did just set mine up. I think. Oh, I guess I did.
You
copy and pasted.
Yeah, you copy pasted code, but you had to find the right places for it and stuff.
Okay. Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no. I've coded websites as a kid. I just thought that was something everyone did.
I don't think I ever deleted my MySpace. It might still be out there.
I think you have to pay for it now.
Pay for it? Now? In this economy?
That felt so much like a comedian response. Pay for it. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I think my MySpace still might be out there. Now I'm going to go home and like see if I can find it. I think I remember what my stupid title was. If I can find all my photos from then, that would be pretty wild.
Yeah.
Did you have a musician one or did you have a personal one?
I didn't have a MySpace.
You didn't?
No, I didn't get into social media at all until like my senior year of high school. And it was like Facebook was kind of launching off and I didn't want to get it. I was like, this seems stupid and a waste of time. And my brother's like, it helps you invite more people to parties easily.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, well then I need to get it. And still I don't. Like if I get on Facebook, I go there, wish everyone happy birthday, and then get off. Because I'm just like...
Mine is to keep in contact with people that like... The one person that I met at a bar when I was living in Japan that we had maybe a 5-minute long conversation and we're like, let's add each other on Facebook. And then now I just like sort of stalk them and I'm like, oh, what are they doing now?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they live in like Mexico now, it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you got to know all these random facts about people you barely know.
Yeah, and also it's just really weird. So I do that. My grandma's still on there, so I keep posting for her.
My grandma posts crazy things.
Oh, does she? Mine posts like the little gifs of like penguins saying like "good job," and that's pretty much her thing. Do you say GIF or do you say GIF?
GIF.
Okay.
I don't care. When I think of GIF, I normally think of the peanut butter.
GIF sounds like a name of a cartoon character. I don't know.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like the name of a cartoon character. Yeah, I just think of GIF just because of GIF, like Jiffy peanut butter. GIF.
I prefer Skippy.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I prefer GIF.
Yeah, GIF's better. Like, what are you talking about? GIF is the better peanut butter.
I agree. It
is the tastiest peanut butter.
It is.
And I do the natural stuff now.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll get like the actual like real sugar peanut butter, and I'm like, this is a dessert. This isn't even like this isn't food. This is a sweet that you eat
right out of the bottle.
Oh yeah,
or can or whatever it is.
What do you call those canisters? Because it's not
jar,
but it's not a jar.
Well, it's not a can.
It's fair. It's a jar, but it's not glass, so it feels wrong.
A jar that's not glass.
A plastic jar.
Plastic jar, I suppose.
I don't like that. That's right, but I don't like it. Yeah, no. So that's the one reason I think of GIF, because I'm like, I gotta differentiate it from my peanut butter.
Well, they're pretty different.
They are pretty different. They're pretty different. I would rarely use them in the same context, I guess. But yeah, no. My grandma just posts like wild things. She gets hacked all the time. You know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting what people choose to post on Facebook and stuff. Because my mom basically just posts on Facebook when she's having like a grief episode, because my stepdad passed away a few years ago, like a while ago. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. But whenever she's feeling it, she'll post. And so I was thinking about it yesterday because she posted because of Father's Day. And I was like, I wonder if people are like if you like only knew her from her Facebook post, you'd be like, this is an interesting person. She only posts about random grief episodes.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, my
Facebooks are interesting.
It is, and I sort of get that. It's part of like the way that reality is now, I guess. Like before, like back in the day, like when we were kids, you really didn't have an outlet for that sort of thing too, besides just like whatever you kept around in like a scrapbook or something.
Yeah.
And now, like my grandma, the wife of my grandpa that passed, the guitar songwriter and stuff like that. Yeah. My grandma, she like taught me to play piano and stuff like that, and she passed away quite a while back. And her Facebook is still there. Like whenever her birthday comes up, which hers was pretty recent, it'll be like, it's her birthday, wish her a happy birthday. And I'm like, well, I can't do that, but it is like kind of nice and cathartic to just be like, oh yeah, and look through her photos and stuff like that. Oh,
that's cool.
But yeah,
I like that.
And I'm not super fan of like the reminder, but otherwise I probably wouldn't think of it. So I guess I'm sort of happy about it. But yeah, it's that and seeing like my other grandma, like all she does is like comment on people's photos like of my family and like thinking of you or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely a really interesting way to sort of like be existing. The fact that I think about it now is a little like necessary evil for me. Like for us, like
that's how I feel
with our music stuff, right? Like, and for what we do, it is part of like our like entire brand and footprint and stuff like that.
100%. You as a musician, if you don't have an Instagram, you are disconnected.
Yeah, I like got a website because I played somewhere and someone's like, you need a website. And I was
did
like,
too.
Okay, I will. And yeah, so doing that and balancing it too, because like I still want to be myself and personal on it too, but like I'm still trying to figure out like my line for like how much of it is going to be personal and not. So
yeah, no, that's a really hard line, because like sometimes I'm like, I want to share my random thoughts about this thing, and I'm like, I don't know if that's the place for it. But maybe it is. And then I have a YouTube, and YouTube I understand so much better because that was the first social media I did interact with. That was it for me. I was huge into YouTube. I wanted to become like a little director and stuff, and I make little movie things on YouTube. Yeah. So I loved that. And I still do YouTube stuff, but Instagram and Facebook and stuff, I still don't understand them. Even though I know their functionalities because I have to, and I message, like when I book for Taverna stuff, I book it all through Instagram. Like I'm hitting up everyone just through the Instagrams. So if someone says, oh, I don't use Instagram, I'm like, it's going to be harder to book you. Like you have to give me your phone number and I'm going to try. But if you don't answer your phone number or don't answer your Instagram messages, like we're not going to be able to have you here. It's weird.
I mean, it does come with like a lot of upsides, I think, a lot of downsides, but the upsides, the upsides are like, I now like can connect with people and like, they're staying in contact with people. Like I recently did, this event in DC and like I made a bunch of friends, right? And like now we're all sort of connected and they're all musicians too. So we're able to like, if there's opportunities or if they're like, hey, I'm coming through Vegas, it's like cool. And that part is nice. I've also like just maintained relationships with people who I've like never met in person. There's this one guy who I've been following for a few years now, and he's a clarinet player, like a jazz clarinet player. He was originally based out of the UK, and he moved to Norway. And we've like had long through Instagram conversations and stuff like that, and I feel like we've built this really like interesting connection that otherwise I wouldn't have had without that, And I'm able to like keep up with him with like his tours and stuff like that. And that part I really like. But then there's like, of course, the brain rot stuff and like
and the doom
anything that
scrolling.
you don't want to like, maybe like politically stuff that just like kind of makes my blood boil. And where I'm like, okay,
totally.
I can't read comments or stuff. And I'm like, okay, then I'm like in that thing too. But I think that is definitely a different position to be in than like parents who are doing like your mom or like my grandma and stuff like that. For us, I think it's more of like a work tool.
Totally.
Yeah, and like
it's a work tool that's kind of addicting.
It's so addicting. It's the first thing that I do when I get up is like look at stupid shit on my phone, and I'm just like, I should not be doing this.
Yeah. I recently got Duolingo and Pokemon TCG.
Okay.
And so that keeps me away from social media in the morning. So in the morning I'm doing my Duolingo, and then I open like a new pack of cards on Pokemon TCG, and that's easier.
And I want to do that. I'm already on my phone too much, but I love Pokemon. So I like saw my friends have that also, and I was like, ooh, that looks fun. I want to do it.
Very fun. And the nice thing is it's not too addicting. It's at first there's a lot to do, but then it's basically just open a pack twice a day, and so you get on, there's nothing to do, so you leave.
But now like I want to do it.
You should do it. It's fun.
No.
Okay, don't do it.
Too much of my time is spent on my phone.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I love it, but don't do it.
Yeah. Well, now it's like I'm trying to be a bit more structured in like my use and stuff like that. So, also I have really no time. Like I'm always doing something music related.
Right. Yeah.
And
what are you doing right now? All the music related things.
Oh God.
Because I know you did the orchestra. You're getting your PhD in clarinet.
So I'm not getting a PhD, but I'm getting a few degrees actually. So
okay, what are you getting in degrees?
At the moment, I'm getting my degrees in clarinet performance, my undergrad in clarinet performance.
Oh, you don't have your bachelor's yet?
No, because I joined right out of high school, the military.
Right. So you didn't have a chance to.
I did school while I was in, so I got basically a bunch of my general education things knocked out before I came to UNLV.
Okay.
Over like the 10 years. But I didn't have a degree. I've had all this performing experience. So like playing is like the easiest part of it. It's like the other stuff. But I'm getting my degrees at the moment are in clarinet performance, so that encompasses classical and jazz, and then jazz and commercial vocal performance.
Oh, okay, cool.
So those are my two sort of things that I've been working on, and then I'm adding music education to that as well, with the hopes of getting a master's degree in I don't know what yet, and potentially if I can get money, I might as well, because I'm old now and like I'm in school and I wanted to just do it all in one fell swoop, like just get all the pieces of paper and then go and
then do other things.
But I enjoy school a lot, so like it's really cool. It's giving me all these opportunities to meet people and stuff. So right now I'm doing my degrees, and it's summertime and I have time off, but like I said, this is all self-driven. So, last 2 weeks ago, I auditioned this past year to be in the International Pride Orchestra. So that consists of a bunch of musicians from around the world that go and perform. So this is the third one that has ever happened. The first two were in San Francisco and New York. This time, this one was pretty historic because it was in the news. The International Pride Orchestra, the IPO, was supposed to play at the Kennedy Center, but the administration that currently runs the country and the Kennedy Center sort of canned anything that was not aligning with certain people's beliefs. So
that's wild.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that. That's jacked up.
That Kennedy Center was on my bingo list of places that I wanted to play on.
Oh,
but,
absolutely.
There's still time. I have time later.
Yeah, new administration.
Yeah, but so it was still held in Washington, D.C. It was centered around World Pride, so that just happened last week. And I played there. That was my
so cool.
main thing. Yeah, it was amazing. I was surrounded by just the most talented musicians. Everyone was openly queer. Everyone was monster musicians. Like, there was no sacrificing the talent in that. It was crazy. I can't believe that I got to do that. We played at the Strathmore Music Center, which is where the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra normally plays. So the venue was beautiful and cool and amazing. DC was awesome. But that was what just happened. And I have a few more exciting things coming up. So next...
You have like some cool jazz shows you're doing, I saw.
So I am beginning a jazz trio. I'm actually setting everything up with that now. So like I'm getting photography for that.
Cool.
Getting my website set up to add these guys. I have a duo thing coming up with a friend of mine, Kamari.
I love Kamari.
Yeah, I love him too.
He's super cool.
On top of that, with the university, I'm going to France at the end of the month, and we're playing at a music festival there. Yeah, in the south of France on the Riviera.
Oh,
I know. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, that sounds like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and I'm playing with these a few musicians that are amazing, but these two that are really, really cool. Eric Marienthal, who's this amazing sax player, and Jose, I forgot his last name, but he's this crazy trumpet player, teaches at Yale. So we're doing that, and then next month I'm going to Hawaii and working with a friend of mine there. Hawaii is for vacation, but I can't sit still. So
yeah, no, totally.
So I'm playing with my friend's brass band while I'm there.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so it'll be really, really fun. He's in the Army as well, and we were best friends. We were neighbors 8 years ago in Colorado, and he has a brass band out there now. So him and the brass band invited me to play and sing and do a set out there with them. So I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, I'm like just trying to hustle as much as I can. I mean, like if I'm not doing something, I feel really like not good about it, you know?
Oh, I am the same way. I have that toxic productivity mindset where I need to always be doing things. I'm going on vacation next week to just like a short little cruise to Mexico.
Nice. What part of Mexico?
Just Ensenada.
Okay.
So just the little like Catalina to Ensenada little carnival cruise. And in my mind, I'm like, man, it's been a while since I've not had access to a musical instrument for such a long time. Like, do I have to, like, should I bring like my melodica or something just to have some interaction? Because it feels, I'm like, how could I do that?
Yeah, I know the feeling. Like I have, so I play clarinet obviously, and
Yeah.
I have three. Two of them are made of wood and they're very, very nice. And then one of them is my plastic one that I take like outside and stuff like that. So I have now found myself whenever I go like places or out of town, or I was visiting my friend in Utah last month. I like just had it there and I was like, I need an outlet. Or if I'm not like playing, I need to like at least be like actively listening to stuff, or like, ooh, who's like got new releases now, or like catching up on stuff too. So
Totally.
I think Hawaii was supposed to be like just vacation, and like I'm going to be there for 11 days, so it's like I can't not do something. Yeah, and I'm already like, what jams are happening out there? Who else can I like meet up with and stuff like that? So like I'm really like I can't turn it off, which is like but I don't think it's in this case is a bad thing. Like it's what I love to do, so I'm not going to deny myself.
Oh yeah, no, it's a legitimate joy to do. So like, why not?
Yeah.
Totally.
So, but I do understand like. Maybe a melodica. Do you have a ukulele? You have that ukulele?
Yeah, I have a ukulele. Ukulele's not a bad idea. I can get that on the cruise.
Have you seen those like travel guitars? I think I kind of want one.
I have. I mean, I have a parlor which is pretty small, so it's not that inconvenient to take around. But I have seen the travels, and they do look cool. I have thought about them in deeper ways. What's the trio? What is it?
the
Drums,
trio
bass, and you?
is,
Or
this is a pretty standard trio configuration. So it's a jazz trio, but we're trying to do like, I love, like I said, country music and Mexican music in Spanish.
Yeah, same.
and I'm studying jazz, so like by default, I'm doing that.
I love Mexican music. Sorry, I don't really like country music, but I love Mexican music. Go on.
To me, they're like basically two sides of the same coin.
Okay,
but
they are so similar. They're so similar. It's crazy to me how much cowboy culture, if you start like looking into the roots, is just Mexican culture.
That's where it came from.
Yeah, it's like rodeo is a Spanish word.
Yeah, the like entire idea of cowboys and stuff like that historically like came from Mexicans and stuff like that. So I think also having my grandpa like a literal like country artist, like that's just kind of like incited it for me. But
totally.
So my goal is like, I don't ever, like, you've seen me perform a lot, right? And like, I don't ever do like one sort of thing. Like I just like doing it all.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I'm sort of like the kid that wants to like play with all the colors, like in the coloring box. So if I just like it, I just want to do it. So for us, it's a bass, an upright bass, guitar, and then me playing and singing. So we like, it's a pretty standard configuration for like a jazz trio. In fact, the one friend that I was talking about, that's based in Sweden now, he has a trio that's on tour now, and like I feel a little like, oh man, you're doing the same thing, but like we're not doing the same things at all. It's very different. But he has that very New Orleans style clarinet sound. He also sings too, so it works really well for that. Also because we're pretty like versatile. Like they also have a background like playing for mariachis, so like that to me is like super easy. It's like, okay, cool. I have a whole set list there already. And we're trying to figure out like how to make our little group fit in to do like pop stuff too. Like we were figuring out a way to do, I have this idea and I'm saying it now so it like happens. I want to do an arrangement of the Venga Boys, We Like to Party, but like in a New Orleans jazz, like circusy sounding, like you'd hear it at like Universal Studios with like a fire breathing person. I don't know, but
I love it. No, that sounds awesome.
I really want to make something like that happen, or just like something to that effect. So we're doing that and trying to just like get off of the ground, because we've been playing for a while. The three of us have, and it's sort of like, oh, we played something together and we're like, this worked like really well. Like this worked really well. We should make something happen. So we're trying to get that off of the ground. They're also like, I have plans this year. And I've never done this, so like it's my first foray into it. But like I want to record and release my own music.
You should.
So but I want to do like classical stuff and like original compositions from friends that I know. I want to do my own original music, and I want to do like a jazz like EP as well. So these guys are who I'm working with to do my jazz EP. So it's sort of just like, because of that, I was like, oh, maybe this like could be a thing, and it just all happened to mesh together, and like the stars are kind of aligning, and it's like, oh, we should make this happen. So I'm hustling with that.
Love it.
And trying to just figure out, I'm still like thinking about it ever since we talked about it that one day. Kevin Fest, or
I want to do a Kevin concert.
We need to.
How many Kevins? Okay, so I know me, you, Big Kev, and then there's another Kevin who's a engineer, but he's also like a phenomenal rapper. Okay, who I also want.
I know a Kevin Molinax. He plays trumpet, trombone, and sings. He so I work at the Hofbrauhaus. I'm in the band there, the German Bavarian beer parlor.
Oh, sick!
Yeah, so we have to.
Awesome.
My uniform is lederhosen. It's amazing.
I love that.
But he's one of the like trombone players there, musicians there, and we know each other, and we like. We're like, that Spider-Man meme where it was like they're pointing at each other. It's like, your name's Kevin too. So he's one. He's really talented. He's a great entertainer. I always really enjoy just like watching him exist on the stage is cool. So that's him, and we need more. We should have like a Kevin Day.
Yeah. I think we need like because like that's 5. One of them I have to persuade, because he feels like a little self-conscious about performing, and I'm like, dude, you're incredible. Like I've seen him perform like twice, and I'm like, you're insane. Please do this more. And he's just like, I don't know. And I'm like, come on, bro. So that Kevin, I need to persuade. But with another Kevin, we have 5 Kevins. Okay. So I think if we get like 1 or 2 more Kevins, we're good to go.
We should just make it 9 and then also start a baseball team.
I like that a lot. Yeah, because Big Kev's also featured on this album.
Okay.
So I was telling someone about it, and they're like, oh, you got 2 Kevins on the album. And I was like, yes, I want more. Like,
I must have them.
I want all the Kevins. And we also talked about doing a Kev Fest, a little Kevin show.
Yeah, we need to. I was thinking of names because what I do is I have a stupid like either drag name or like just dumb ideas that I think of. Like,
yeah, I love it.
Stupid drag names on my phone. But I was like, what could we call this festival?
The Kevin Festival.
Kevinception.
Kevception's good.
I don't know. I was thinking about it. Kevapalooza. Kevchella. I have no idea.
Kevchella's good. Yeah, there's a lot of places to go. We just need to get a couple more Kevins, and we'll be able to.
I think so we could take the Sphere. I think.
I think it's the right thing to do. It's weird that there are as many Kevins. I also love doing the joke with people that we all look the same.
We do.
We do. Well, we do look the same. Yes.
You know what? So I'm going to France, right? And,
yeah.
I didn't realize, and people have told me this, that in France and in Germany, the name Kevin is like a joke. It's like the butt of a joke name. Like the dumb character in TV shows is like Kevin.
Is the Kevin.
Yeah. The like fool is like always Kevin. Yeah. So
I don't like that.
I mean, I can't wait to go and prove them all wrong. But like I'm dreading when I go to France and be like, je m'appelle Kevin. Or like they're just gonna laugh at me or like,
yeah,
that's not real. I don't know. I'll report back afterwards. But.
Yes. Please do. I'm fascinated by that because I was surprised because I lived in Chile for a while, and while I lived there, Kevin was just the normalest name to them.
There were 3 full, like with my same full name, Kevin Emmanuel Vasquez, in my hometown.
I'm not surprised. It's a super popular Latin name. I don't know why it's such a popular Latin name.
I have no idea. That I think my parents told me it's like, oh, we want you to have like a more American name, and I was like, okay. I look the way I look though, and my last name is Vasquez. It's like I don't really know why. Like, but I don't know. I really love my name. I think it's very cool.
No, I think it's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last name works too, Vasquez. That's sick.
It's people still can't pronounce it correctly. They can say queso though, so it's
that's fine. That's all they need. Yeah. Well, and people mispronounce my last name all the time too.
How do you pronounce it?
It's Bessey.
Okay, Bessey. I think I remember that.
It was French originally with a T at the end instead of a Y, and then they moved to England and they took out the Y. But they still pronounce it Bessey. And then they moved to America, and people were like, how are they going to know it's Bessey? Oh, we'll put a Y at the end. And then everyone started saying Bessie.
See? They had it right the first time. We should have just left it.
Yeah, no. I think it should be with a T. Someone spelt it with a T, and then the person pronounced my last name as Bassett, and I was like, I see why they got rid of the T.
Yeah, I think if you have told me that when I first met you and like I had to write it down, I probably would have put
a T.
The T. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the T is what should be there. It used to be there, but then they took it off.
There's now I'm thinking about it, not to get into etymology or all that.
Let's get into etymology.
Is that the right one? Is that entomology? No, entomology is bugs. Etymology is words.
Yes.
So there's a song that I perform a lot. It's French. It's called Si tu vois ma mère. It's by a American clarinetist who moved to France, but his name was Sidney Bechet. Bechet.
Oh.
So maybe
I bet that's a relation.
Maybe you're related. He was black, so I don't know. Maybe, but
I think we still are.
I think you kind of. Now that you mention it, I kind of see it between the both of you. But the last name, you probably like had some relation to that. Or maybe it was one or the other at the start, and then they started moving around. And
I love. It's just a random thought because you said it French and black. It made me think of it. I love when I discovered that Dumas was a black dude.
Alexander Dumbass.
Yeah. The same. I was like, wait. He's like, because you don't even know it. You know? Like growing up, you just see Dumas and things. You're like, oh, this is so
French
bad
guy,
A.
yeah.
It's this French guy who writes the most bad A adventure novels that you've ever read in your life. And then you figure out he's black and you're like, great. Like, this is sick. Like, I love that, I mean, people were still racist back then, but France had moved to a point where one of their most successful people was a black dude chilling, making it happen.
I've never read Count of Monte Cristo, but
it's crazy. It's not as good as Three Musketeers.
Really?
I would recommend Three Musketeers.
Okay.
I would give a soft recommend to Count of Monte Cristo.
Okay. Maybe I'll audiobook it.
Because there's grooming in
Ooh,
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it then.
Yeah.
All right, Musketeers, it is.
Yeah, Musketeers, there might be problems with it, but they're not like major plot points.
Okay.
The grooming is a major plot point, and it is viewed in a positive light.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Count of Monte Cristo, he doesn't get with the Mercedes girl at the end, like in the movie.
Okay.
Instead, he rescues a girl from slavery at 11 years old, this Greek princess named Eileen or something like that. And then he raises her until she's 18. And then she's like, I'm so in love with you as a father, as a lover, and you're just like, oh, I don't love this as a beneficiary. And you're like, and he's like, at first he's like, no, it won't work. And then at the end, he's like, once he gets his revenge, he's like, now it can work. And I'm like, no.
Literature is pretty wild.
Oh, yeah. No, the grooming is the worst part of that.
All right, so Musketeers it is, then.
Yeah, Musketeers has no grooming in it, and it's just a better book, I think.
All right, and there's like several of them, right? It's a series?
Yeah, it's a series.
Okay.
Well, and it started out, because they used to write books like they write manga now.
Okay.
Where you'd release like a chapter at a time.
Okay.
And then you'd have like volumes that came out.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So that's how they wrote Three Musketeers, was in chapters and volumes.
So you're telling me they were like weebs?
Yeah. Old book readers.
OUIBS weebs.
Yeah. Oh, French humor. Oh, that was good.
That's about as good as it's going to get for me.
That
Sorry.
was great. No, that was hilarious.
I had to work really hard for that one.
That was an excellent one. Okay, so you got that. I'm curious. So I find it fascinating when I hit up people who are multi-talented like you when I'm doing any rap thing, because I've hit up people before like this, and so many of the times they're like, yeah, I'm incredible singer, great instrumentalist, you send me this track, I'm gonna rap on it. I think it's the most hilarious response, and I love it so much, because you still like showed up and you killed it on your little verse, but I was like, I don't know what he's gonna do.
I didn't know what I was going to do either.
It was excellent. I was like, this is fun.
Well, I mean, I'd heard your stuff before, and like I wanted to like my way to approach something is like just go with your gut, and like whatever happens, just do it.
Yeah.
Edit after, right? So I heard the track that you sent me, and I was like, well, I don't really know what my reflex is, but I just feel like this is the direction to go. So
yeah.
I did, and like growing up, I really wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of hip hop, so I didn't really until I was older.
Yeah.
And I like, of course, fell in love with it. Like, there's some amazing artists like throughout, like since even before we were alive, right? Like the '90s and like the '80s were like a really cool time for hip hop, and like the evolution of that through like what we have now.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of like. One of my like staple albums when I was a teenager, like that I knew, I probably still know most of the lyrics from like the entire album, is like the Fugees, the score.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, it like made me, it was like a concept album, but also like with dope rapping, dope singing, dope production. So I was like, this is crazy. Like I want more. And then now, constantly in my running playlist is Run the Jewels. Like I love Run the Jewels so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're so cool.
Oh,
man.
they are so cool.
Like just the way that they produce, the way that their raps are, it's cool. So I do listen to a lot of it.
Yeah.
And in the military, like my friends, we all came from like different backgrounds, right? So they would introduce me to stuff, and I would just like eat it up. So totally. I was like, well, I feel like I could do this, and I had been writing more at the time when you sent it, so I was like, well, I want to write, and I've been writing my own stuff now, and I have a few songs which I'm trying to like get going to record.
What type of songs are it? Pop, country? Or?
So I have one country thing that I'm working on. The rest are like sort of poppy. I don't know the sound yet, but I'm just writing, and like my voice memos are like filled with like sketches of just like these different things. So
I love that's like one of my favorite parts of the creation process is this like the beginning stage where like I don't know exactly where this is going yet, but I have all these like starts.
That's exactly how I felt doing my rap and the harmonies, and I was just like, okay, so I'm just gonna like put pen to paper and make something happen, and then just sort of like swing big and then just go. Yeah. So that's sort of how I approached it, and it was a little like nerve wracking because I was like, oh, I don't know about, and I was just like, no, just like trust yourself. Do it, just do it. Just do it. And I was like, I'm sure if he doesn't like it, he won't use it, whatever. If he does like it, maybe he can like tweak it, whatever. So I just did, and it came out to that. I'm still not great at like doing my own recording at home.
Yeah.
Like,
I edited it. I must not, I'm realizing now that the reason, because I sent you this message, and you're like, oh, I didn't know it was in the album. And I was like, oh, did I never send him the rap I had? I'll play you this after this.
Okay.
Like, I edited the vocal quite a bit to like get rid of some of the hiss and like the
see, that's the thing that I know nothing about. I leave that to other people.
Yeah. I got rid of it and it sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Sounds super clean.
But yeah, just hearing what you do, hearing your other music, and hearing like that one, I don't know, it just really resonated with me with like a writing style and a flow that I was like, okay, I feel like I can just kind of pick up on that and like do my own version of it.
Loved it.
I did that, and I kind of just wanted to emulate other people that I really looked up to, that had like a good flow, that had like lyrical content, or like a flow that was coherent, lyrical content that sort of like made sense, right, and was along with the song. And then I like am a sucker for like multi voice tracks, so I was like, and I did this all on my own. I would have like done more and gotten a little more adventurous, but like I didn't know how to do it. So that was sort of how that came about. But yeah,
it's so fun.
Like I said, I just like love playing with all the colors. So when I hear someone that like does that too, or just doesn't do one singular, doesn't stay in a box, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel like I have permission to do that too.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want as well. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, including, it's funny because the hip hop community like freaks out when I do it. I'll break out my melodica like mid rapping, so I'll be like rapping, and then I'll start playing the melodica, and everyone's just like, "Whoa, what is that?" And I'm like, "This is something that's so common in the jazz world to like be singing, and then you pull out an instrument and start playing it, like just the most obvious thing." But in the hip hop world, they're just like losing their mind and just like can't stay in their chair. She's like, "He has an instrument in his hands that he's playing. Like, how does this work? He's blowing into something after rapping," and it's the funniest thing.
I love that. Yeah, that's like, I mean, it's a world that I definitely want to get into more, but I feel like with just like what I do already, it could be just something more simple. Like I've always found that like rap and poetry and stuff like that is just like another really cool artistic medium that like there are some monster people out there, right? Like that I look up to, and people out here in the community where I'm like, oh, like that's really good. There have been people that I've watched at Taverna that were like, for hip hop night and stuff like that, where I'm like, that's really
so
good.
Talented,
and it just makes me like, oh, I want to do that.
You should. You should.
But I want to. I like really. I need to hone my songwriting more, though. I think
just find some freaking YouTube beats.
That's kind of what I've been doing.
Yeah, write raps over them and play clarinet over the parts you don't finish, and just like improvise clarinet playing. People will go insane for that if you do that in the hip hop scene.
I think I want to see. My thing is like I want to do stuff that like not because people haven't done it. I want to do it, but it's just like this is just my way of like doing it. So something like that, I'd be very down to do. Really need to do more writing. I've been trying to not be so much of a potato over the summer, so good. I need to.
Just write like a 16 bars a day.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should. That'll be my homework today, actually.
Yeah. Just do 16 bars. That's what I do. I try to write a 16 bar verse at least to a song a day. If it's just like sing song, I do a full song because it's easier. Okay. But if I'm rapping, I'll just write a verse a day. See, but you play a rhythm instrument or a harmony instrument too. So like I sort of can, but I don't feel confident in that. So like playing like piano or guitar. Yeah. Like You're good at the guitar, though.
I'm okay. That was the first time I'd played in public in a really long time. So,
but didn't you used to play like guitar and sing for people?
I did.
Yeah.
It was been a long time though. The last time I did one in the Army, and it went. Actually, I did two, and it went fine. But there was like, I was always comparing myself though too. Like there were people that played guitar.
Right.
And there are people that like play guitar at different, where I'm like, oh wow, okay. I don't consider myself a guitar player. I am able to play some things on guitar.
I feel the same. I feel like I'm a somewhat competent rhythm guitarist, but I can't do like leads or crazy stuff.
I definitely can't do that.
Yeah.
But I think having that as like a good foundation on top of like songwriting and stuff like that is a good way to go. So I steal chord progressions all the time.
Oh, 100%. Dude, I won't say online which one it is, but this is a stolen chord progression.
I mean, you can't steal them, but yeah, like I'd rather just like leave that thinking up to somebody else. Like I am very much like, I know what I can do. If someone else can do this one skill better, I will absolutely delegate that to them. So yeah, with production, I was like, well, I'm just going to record this and hope for the best. Send it to you and just hope for the best.
Yep. No, it worked. I was able to figure it out. So,
but yeah, my main goal, like over the summer, I have some things I've been like, personal things I've been wanting to do. One is like setting everything up to record and like find like the studio and find like the sound that I'm trying to go for these songs that I'm trying to release. And then also setting up my website and trying to reach out. I really would like to, before like the end of the year, start going out of Vegas and or in the Southwest. So like try to go California, like Arizona, Utah. And do that. And then also, like, I really want to write more. There were some events that I went to at the Composer's Room. It was, like, songwriting based. And it just really inspired me to, like, really kind of push my limits a little bit with that. So doing stuff like this, collaborating with you and doing, like, my own songs. And, like, now, like, I want to, like, play with like hip hop and rap beats and like what my voice is with that too. I'm like pretty curious, but that's my summer goals are that.
I love it. I love it. You already have so much going on and you're adding that. I know, as if I don't need
more things, and I'm like, oh, I should probably take up a martial art again. Just like trying to do more, like more. Well, yeah,
I would love to take up a martial art again. I used to do Taekwondo as a kid. It was so much fun.
I used to do this Brazilian martial art called capoeira.
I love capoeira. It's so cool looking.
It is very cool. It's very fun, and there's like a music element too, which like. I loved that.
Yeah.
But that was like I followed some capoeira accounts on Instagram, and then of course the algorithm's like, hey, I see you like this. Here's like 90 more posts about it. And then I saw the one for a few here in town, and I was like, oh, I should do that. I still have like most of my uniforms and stuff like that.
Oh, great.
So it's just but it's like as if I'm not busy enough. I'm like
right. You're already doing so many things. Yeah, it's that toxic productivity mindset, bro.
But also, like, I just want to play. It's not work for me, but it's just like a thing that's like, oh, I think I want to do this.
Yeah. Nope, I totally relate.
It's the downside of having free will, I guess.
It's the downside of. Because are you single right now too, or no?
I'm married.
Oh, you're married. I didn't know you were married.
Yeah, I've been married for 13 years.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. What? That's crazy. Meet him in the military or anything?
Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps band. He played trumpet.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and he now goes to UNLV and studies art and plays trumpet for me, and works at a gallery here in town.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so my house is very artsy and like there's like always some sort of creation going on.
Oh, okay. That's so cool. Oh, dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It gives me an excuse to buy more musical toys too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, we need a piano.
But you don't have any kids, right? Or do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids, and I don't have a dog, so it's like
so that's so much freedom.
Yeah.
If there's so much freedom, why not do dope stuff with your time?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's this. So, I'm not a huge fan of Nietzsche. Like as a philosopher, right? There's another philosopher called Kierkegaard. And so Nietzsche has this saying that's like life is meant to be suffer, or like life is suffering. Mm-hmm. And then Kierkegaard says, oh, life is meant to be experienced, not suffered. And then I like saw that and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, no, I think life is meant to be enjoyed.
I love that. Yeah, that's like along with my things, like have fun at all costs.
When you said that, I was like, I've been living by that same a similar mantra for a while now. Like just like enjoy the life that you have. You know, like whatever comes, enjoy it and experience it and enjoy it and love it.
That's I think I've learned that value while I was in, because like not it wasn't all horrible. I don't want to make it sound like that, but like you really sort of like learn to not take for granted like when times are really good, and you learn that like, okay, just because like situations or circumstances are like not ideal, or like maybe you're a little bit uncomfortable or whatever, like there's still like you can complain about it, but what then what, like okay, and then so especially like living in Vegas, that was like, because when I was living before I moved here, I was living in Colorado Springs, and it was very beautiful, blah, 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 blah. I'm not a fan.
Cold.
So cold. But yeah, I just wasn't happy there. And I'm from a small town, but I grew up in Chicago for a little bit too. I lived in Seoul, Korea. I partied in Tokyo.
Dude, Seoul sounds dope.
Seoul was incredible. I'm like trying to, there's an international clarinet festival every year. Every other year, it's held in the United States, and then on opposite years, it's held in a different country. Next year, it's in Incheon, Korea, which is like not far from Seoul.
Right.
And I'm like finding a way. I'm working with a composer friend now, so we can submit something, so that way they pay for me to go there if it's good enough, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm trying to go back. But like I learned after living in all these places.
Which part of Seoul did you live in?
So I lived in the part of Seoul is the how do they call it? It's like where all the foreigners live. It was called Itaewon.
Itaewon. Okay.
Yeah. So in Itaewon and Haebangchon, where it's a really big foreign population, like all non-Koreans. A lot of them live there, and then Haebangchon is where a lot of the English teachers lived.
Yeah. I was wondering, just because my brother was there probably right before you moved there.
Okay.
Yeah, when you were in Japan, he was in Korea, so I was like,
I see.
Maybe they crossed paths, but no, I don't think so.
Yeah, Japan was a long time ago. Korea now, geez, it pains me to like think of it. It was like over 8 years ago now. But so I love big city. Colorado Springs is not at all a big city. Like, stuff closes at 9.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not what you think. It's very pretty to look at. But
it closes at like 11 here in Vegas. I'm like, how dare you?
Hate that. I moved here because I was like, oh yeah, everything's open all the time. I mean, some stuff is, right, but like no. But with like moving to Vegas, that was like sort of my like shift in like. Also, I like turned 30 and then moved here.
Ooh, right.
So like I was about to turn 30, so I was like, okay, I can, and I got out of the military. It was just very like a different formative part of my life where I was like, okay, now like there's no like holding you back sort of things. Like you can sort of live your life now with like gusto and just do what you want. So I sort of took that, and moving here and like Las Vegas is like almost like permission for me to do that. So now it's like I'm very like still like that life is meant to be enjoyed. It really is. Like I'm just trying to do the things that I want to do, and like try to build a life and career for myself, but also like have fun, meet people like you, go around town, see, just like try everything.
Yeah. So
that's like the part of my life now that after like the couple year trial period, I'm like, okay, I think I'll keep that. So
love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Do you I'm curious, just because I've been trying, because there's a really cool reggaeton scene here.
I've heard some of it.
And it's great, and I love it. And I've been trying to like get like inch my way in, which is a little difficult because I'm not Latino. I've just lived in Chile and I love Spanish music. And so I'm just like trying to get my way in. Do you ever write in Spanish when you're writing your songs, or is it mainly in English?
Funny that you mentioned that. So me and Kimari, he and I are in the vocal studio together at UNLV, right? Cool. So me, and then I've also worked with Levi a lot.
Yeah, Levi's great.
And some other people. So like
Levi's the We the Ravine guy, right?
Yeah.
Love Levi.
There's like a lot of different things. So I grew up with like music in Spanish and country music, right?
Yeah.
On the border where I grew up too, there was like really heavy reggaeton was like a big thing.
Yeah.
And also, like, you want to hear something wild? So where I grew up, I still like think this is the craziest thing ever that this happened. So when I was in middle school, at the end of the year, like the last month and a half or so of the school year, I don't know where the money came from. But they had a DJ every Friday in the gymnasium of our school.
What?
Yeah. And they would play like they would DJ and have like a dance every Friday.
Every Friday?
Every Friday. And it was 50 cents to get in. And I was messaging my friends like a couple years ago, and I was like, I didn't think of anything of it at the time. I was just like, hell yeah, this is so much fun. And they would play like unedited like rap and reggaeton and like line dances. Like, it was insane. So we were in middle school paying cover to go to the gym and like,
did they like decorate hard or no?
Decorate? No. It was just like go in. It's like
it was the gym. It was the normal gym, no decorations, but a DJ playing reggaeton and
with
hip-hop.
like the light system and like a fog machine. And
so it was like a legit setup.
Yeah, and it was like at the end of the lunch period. So like you go eat drink your carton of milk, the blue cartons of milk, and like your rectangle pizza, and then like go party, pay cover to go to the gym. So like growing up, and it's like dancing is like a really big part of our culture.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Mexican, like everyone dances.
Yes.
Quinceañera, everyone's dancing. Friggin' divorce party, everyone's dancing.
I feel like dancing is to Mexican culture what karaoke is to Filipino culture.
Exactly.
Yes.
And now I think karaoke is getting a resurgence in Mexican culture too, because I've done a lot more of it now as an adult.
Right.
But dancing is just like you just dance. It's part of it. So
100%.
Growing up, we would like all the kids. It was like what we would listen to. That was like our party music. We were there in the gym at like 11, 12 years old, throwing it back. That is so wild to me. But yeah, I grew up listening to that. A lot of mainstream like reggaeton artists like in the 2000s, like after 2003, when I think like it really started to pick up and was like on the radio. That was just like, that's music I still listen to now, and like I love that. And when I hear artists like now, like Bad Bunny, like you could not get me to like stop playing his new albums like every time they came out.
It's so good.
Yeah, I had seen I did something at Dust, one of the gay bars here. They had like a talent night thing where they just kind of like had a bunch of different variety acts, right? So I like played and sang.
Yeah.
There was a guy, I don't remember where he's from, but he had like his original like reggaeton music, and I was like, oh, this is like so cool. Like,
that's so cool.
Yeah, so and then I'd met a couple other dudes. I directed them to like Virgin and like Taverna.
Yeah.
He's like, I have original music. I'm from like, I think Panama is where he's from.
Oh,
he's like,
sick.
and I do like reggaeton. I want to showcase that. I was like,
Yes.
go there.
Please.
So
we have
yeah,
Hip Hop
but-
Happy Hour every Wednesday, 9 to 12, and it's like
So yeah,
reggaeton artists. I'm just like, oh yes, finally.
So I love that, and I thought in another life I was gonna do college and go to school for Spanish literature, because Spanish is my first language,
okay, yeah.
and I was really into that. I did like my Spanish AP literature classes in high school.
Cool.
I got like the high score, whatever. I was like really into all of that. So I think that kind of informed a lot of my like songwriting in English. But now it's like same thing. I do want to get into writing in Spanish a lot more too, because like that was, I don't know, I listen to it every day. I'm programming a show with like just like a 2-hour long Spanish set. So
Sick.
it's just stuff that I like know and love
yeah,
and
it's
stuff
part
like
of your
that.
DNA.
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
If it's just always been in there, so I want to do that. But yeah, I'll probably have to hit up some like reggaeton nights here and see, because I love.
It's crazy.
I can imagine.
I go to them, and I think that sometimes in the hip hop nights, but I think it more so in the reggaeton nights, where I'll go to the reggaeton nights and I'm like, this sounds like I don't know why this isn't on the radio.
Yeah.
Type of like quality, where I'm just like, oh, these guys are really, really good. Like Vale's really good, Lolabaki's really good, Guardian is like incredible. Like there's just so many people who I'm just like, oh, you guys are so like, I'm just like having such a good time listening to them and just loving every second of it. And it's so cool.
Like the music's also like so infectious too. Like you can't help but move a little bit. Like I don't understand. Like I thought and I would try to program these a lot when I was in the army, because there was like a lot of popular reggaeton songs, and there would be like, for Hispanic Heritage Month, I would usually be the one that's like taking over like a rock band and like making it a salsa band or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would try to program like reggaeton in there because it's fun party music.
It's
right?
so fun.
It could be a little gritty and grungy and dirty and nasty, which is like great. I love that too.
I do too.
But yeah, it's a genre of music that, like, much like hip hop, it's another like color. It's just like another color of like way to do that. So I want to. Now I'm gonna listen to some on the way home. Actually,
yeah. I'm a bit the one that like broke me into reggaeton, where like, because at first reggaeton I was like, oh, I like this, but to the point where I was like, oh no, like I love this, was Rosalia.
Okay.
With Motomami, like that just, I was just
Motomami.
like, oh, it's so good.
Motomami. Yeah. I don't know.
So
I can't.
weird.
It just. Even like now, and I was just doing that little bit of it. It's just like you can't help.
You can't help
move.
it. You want to move. Yeah. Maki, chicken teriyaki.
And that's like when I make music, it's like, okay, I try to picture like, what is the person listening to this going to be doing? I usually want them to dance or
100%.
like just like pop their head around, or like I imagine like them singing, right? So that's like easy.
Here's the other thing. How much LGBTQ representation is there in reggaeton? Probably not a lot. Or is there some?
I think there might be some. Let me think.
I feel like it's pretty not as prevalent.
I'd say no, not at least not that I'm familiar with. Maybe there's a bunch and I'm just missing out.
feel like
But I
there's not a
love
ton.
like kind of the heavy hitters. Like you can't. If Bad Bunny comes on, I'm sorry. Like I am dancing.
Totally.
But
He's so creative. He's so interesting.
and just like
What a great songwriter.
the production, the writing is so good too. I love that. Like
voice is
when
crazy.
he did. What was it? It wasn't Sapphire. It was another one where he like dressed in drag too. I was like, oh yeah, it just like made me like my heart happy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of like, maybe not mainstream, maybe not on the radio. There has to be.
There has to be, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'll deep dive because I'm sure it's awesome. But when I see that too, and maybe it's not a lack of in this space, but I'm like, what if I do it?
Yeah, you could totally do it. You'd
what
have
if?
such a great voice in it.
I think so too. It mainly just takes up to like writing and stuff like that, and also like
Your voice would work great because you have a really, like, I feel like there's really clean tones in reggaeton too, and you have a really great clean tone.
well, especially like with Rosalia, she has that like ability to sing like super like clean and clear.
Yeah, because she has the flamenco background with
And her voice is actually pretty insane. She's like technically really, really insane.
Oh, so I feel it's weird because even if I like change the keys on some of her songs, and because I tried to learn hentai. Because I love hentai. It's like one of my all-time
you heard it here,
songs.
folks. Just kidding.
It's so good. It's such a good song. So I'll be. I missed that. So I'll like go to play on the piano. I'll like even change keys and stuff, and I'm just like, her voice is just dancing around the entire range.
Yeah, and like each note, it just sounds like it's perfectly placed there too. Yeah, stuff like that. It makes me like, it just tickles my brain. And now that I am sort of like, I have free time. Actually, I will deep dive because one thing that I love doing, like I feel pretty strongly about this, is that like, listen, I love music so much.
Yeah,
it
same.
is the driving force in my life. It is
100%.
the thing that wakes me up in the morning. Like there's always music whenever I'm like around doing something.
Yes.
I think I have the most genuine and like good relationships with people that, if they're not musicians, they at least love music in a similar way that I do.
Totally. I tried dating someone who didn't love music, and I was like, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Did you do that?
It was like the thing where I was just like, luckily I really like literature, and she was into literature, so we talked about literature a bunch.
Okay, it's an art.
It's an art. She was into art stuff like that, and she was like trying to become an author and stuff. So like, I just defaulted to that because like if we talked about music, I'd be going off, and sometimes I couldn't help myself, you know, because you get into those moments, and I would just be like, I'm doing this thing, and it's so cool, and I'm messing, because at the time I was making my pop opera album, where I took opera melodies and made them into pop music, and so I was just like, yeah, I took, you know, this thing from Madame Butterfly, and I changed this and this about it, and I like restructured it, and she'd just be like, okay, very nice, and I'm like,
yeah, that would kind of crush me a little bit. Yeah, like that has to be, I'm sorry, it's very important for me. So like one thing that I love is like, and especially school gives me an opportunity to do this too. Is like I have fun music that I can turn my brain off, and then music where it's like I'm studying.
Yeah.
I must study.
Yes.
And like not like it's a chore, but like ooh, I get to study.
I want to study this. I want to figure out what's going on here.
With that too is like I really love. Like my love for psychedelic music came out this way, where I just like couldn't get enough.
Yeah, totally.
So like deep diving into, and I don't know about you, and I don't know about other people, but like if an album comes out by somebody, or if there's like, oh, I want to learn about this person, I start track 1 and sit down and listen all the way through.
Yeah.
That is like, I don't know. I don't know that. I think a lot of younger people might not do that. The people that I've talked to, they're just like, yeah, I like listen to their main hits. And I was like, what are you doing?
Whoa.
Yeah. But now that like we're talking about this, I kind of want to see what else is out there for like any reggaeton artists out there. Maybe they don't even have to be queer. That'd be cool if they were too. But like what are people doing? Like what is out there? What are people's brains coming up with? What are producers doing? What are like who is doing what? I love getting into like that sort of meat and potatoes. So I feel like with that, and it's kind of like with music, like you're never done practicing and you're just never done. So it's like a kind of privilege to do that. So I feel like that'll be a thing for today too. I'm curious.
Yes. Okay. Great. I have a session after this, and I want to show you some stuff before that session. So let's end the podcast for now. This was so much fun, though.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like we haven't had it. Like we've talked a little bit, but we've never had like a full on conversation. I'm like, oh man, this is incredibly enjoyable.
I really enjoyed this actually.
Yeah. This was super fun.